G'day, it's Brack the War Boss here with yet another leaked video, and this time we're going to concentrate on warlord traits. We had a look at war bosses last time, so I just thought let's just tie it all up today and have a look at the warlord traits. I will apologise for some of the state that these pics are in. They are leaked videos off the interwebs from various places. The main one is from a fellow called Drezza, which was on the 40k Orc Warhammer group. Thanks to him. So there's so many out there at the moment, and I don't know if I'm going to be doing a whole lot. But what I will do, if you want to see something, request below in the comments, and I'll try and do a video for you. So we'll go from there, and then I'll just pick out stuff which I think are going to be interesting. We're going to do this for the next week or so. We'll just see how it goes. Let's get stuck into it. These are in no particular order. Okay, first up, Blood Axe's trait, I've got a plan. Blood Axe bosses are never short of a cunning plan, featuring actual tactics and sometimes even have a grasp of grand strategy that goes beyond simply kicking the enemy's teeth down their throats. At the end of the deploy forces step, select up to 3 Blood Axe units from your army and redeploy them. If the mission uses strategic reserve rules, any of those units can be placed into strategic reserves without having to spend any additional CP, regardless of how many units you've already in strategic reserves. If both players have abilities that redeploy units, roll off, the winner chooses who redeploys in their units first. May choose this for a Blood Axe unit. I quite like that. I don't mind it if you like you're doing your sneaky. Now, what was it last time? Your Blood Axes was it's called a go plan. You can roll a dice for each command point you spend when using stratagems on a 6+ on that command point is immediately refunded. I think this is better. There's really no need for command point farming these days, and you can get a bit sneaky, especially after you've seen what the other person is doing. Nice and sneaky. The Speed Freaks trait, the Junk Boss. This Warlord's ride is covered with extra gubbins, making it remarkably hard to land a meaningful blow. This Warlord has a 4-up invul save. May choose for a Speed Freaks unit. So, what was the last one? Your Warlord and Evil Sons within 6 inches can charge even if they fell back. Well, it's different. Is it better? I don't know, but can't sneeze at a 4-up invul save, can you? Orc's trait, brutal but cunning. This Orc has a particular talent for close quarters chopper work, even amongst his brutal kin. Each time this Warlord fights, all of its attacks target one enemy unit. After resolving all those attacks, it can make a number of additional attacks against that enemy unit equal to the number of attacks that did not reach the inflict damage step of the attack sequence to that fight. So that's a bit like a re-roll at the end. Interesting. May choose this for an Orcs unit. Yeah, look, not bad. I'm just have to have a good think about that one. But yeah, it's pretty strong. And what was the brutal but cunning from the last one? You can re-roll hits from the fight phase. In your Warlord. In addition, add 1 to the damage characteristics of your Warlord's melee weapons. Okay, so I can't work out whether this is a nerf or a buff. I think it's a step sideways. It's a little bit different, and it looks like fun. Bad Moon trait, the best armor teeth can buy. This Warlord has a 4-up invulnerable save, in addition to add 1 armor save throws taken for this Warlord. May choose a Bad Moon unit. And how's that different from the other one? Well, it's extra, isn't it? Your Warlord had a 4-up invul save. So you've got that, plus a little bit extra. So it's good to be a Bad Moon. A Beast Snagger trait. Beast Gob, it's an aura. This boss's presence riles up nearby squigs into a biting frenzy. While a friendly clan squig unit is within 6 inches of this warlord. Each time a model in that unit makes a melee attack with Squighog Jaws, Smasher Squig Jaws, or a Squigosaur Jaws, add 1 to that attack's damage characteristic. I don't mind. I do like that. I really like that. A little bit of extra damage, especially they'll be hitting some of the bigger things, characters and some monsters. Yeah, I like that. Orcs trait, Big Gob. Well, that's a new one. This warlord's bellowing voice is so loud that it can be heard over the thickest fighting. Add 3 inches to the range of the warlord's aura abilities to a maximum of 9 inches. May choose for an orc unit. Okay, so that gave us extras, didn't it? Nice. Not bad. Okay, Evil Sons trait, faster than news. I guess we've got Evil Sons and Speed Freaks. That's interesting. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but wow, a lot of choices. In your command phase, select 1 friendly Evil Sons core unit within 6 inches of this model. That unit is eligible to declare a charge even when they advance or fall back this turn. Alright, so last time I got that a little bit mixed up. I compared the Evil Sons with the Speed Freaks because it actually said Speed Freaks in this old thing here. Yeah, very similar. Very similar. Worded slightly different. Follow me, lads. It's an aura ability. If this warlord has made a charge move this turn, until the end of the turn, each time a friendly orc unit declares a charge against an enemy unit that is within an engagement range of the warlord, add 1 to the charge roll of that unit. Yeah, I don't know. The last one was it gained the War, Breaking Heads abilities and increased your aura by 3 inches. Yeah, not a fan. Speed Freak traits. Look, I'm getting a few different traits for different things. Get in their faces. This warlord is eligible to shoot in a turn in which they fell back. May choose for a Speed Freaks unit. Yeah, I can see where that can come in handy. Beast Snagger trait. Half Chewed. While this warlord is within engagement range of an enemy character or monster unit, each time this model would lose a wound, roll 1d6 on a 4+, that wound is not lost. Okay, so it's only from characters and monsters, which is what you'll probably be targeting anyway. So yeah, it's a 4-up, feel no pain. I think I like it, but situation. Snake Bite trait, Surly as a Squigoff. The first time this warlord is destroyed, you can choose to roll 1d6 at the end of the phase, instead of using any rules that are triggered when the model is destroyed, e.g. Orcs has never been destroyed. You do so then on a 4+, set this warlord back up on the battlefield as close as possible where they were destroyed and not within engagement range of any enemy models with D3 remaining wounds. That could come in handy. It might upset someone. Might upset your opponent a little bit. Yeah. You don't get Fearless Grots anymore, but you get this instead. It's a sideways move and it's so different. I know there are people who might be a bit upset with it, but hey, maybe Zogwart gives Grots extra things to do than what we already know. I don't know. So many leaks, I haven't had time to go through them. Hard as Nails. Each time this attack is made that targets this warlord, subtract 1 from the attacked wounds roll. Might come in handy, might come in handy, so add 1 to your warlord's toughness characteristics. So they're sort of changing it a little bit there. You subtract 1 for the attack wounds roll, so yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Freebooter trait, Killer Reputation. It's an aura. While an enemy unit is within 3 inches of this model, subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of the models in that unit. Each time a combat attrition test is taken for that unit, subtract 1 from the combat attrition test. While a friendly freeboy unit is within 6 inches of this model, add 1 to the leadership characteristic of models within that unit. Okay, so they might hang around, so you probably have a better chance of not running away. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed, but Reroll hits for 1 made by friendly freebooter units to fight phase when they're within 6 inches of your warlord. That was the old one. I think it's slightly better. At the start of the fight phase, if this warlord is within engagement range of any enemy units, it can fight first in that phase. Oh, that would be handy. That would be really, really handy. But how does it compare to the old one? Cunning Rebuttal at the start of you can move your warlord clan up to 3 units. Rah, rah, rah. Yep. I think this is better. I think this is more cunning than brutal because he gets to go first. Yeah. It's more orky and less thinky. Goff's trait, Proper Killy. Add 1 to this warlord's attack characteristic. Each time this warlord makes a melee attack, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. That is dead killy, so he's getting extra warlord attack. So that brings up the attacks by 1 and extra armor penetration. Yeah, be good to be Goffs. Another Speed Freaks trait, Road Killer. After this warlord makes a charge move, you can select 1 enemy unit within 1 inch of it and roll a 1d6 on a 2+. That unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. Impact hits! Yay! More mortal wounds. I do love a good mortal wound. Big Killer Boss. Each time this warlord fights, if it's within engagement range of any enemy vehicle or monster unit, until that fight is resolved, add 2 to this warlord's attack characteristics. Wow. Each time this warlord makes a melee attack against a vehicle or monster unit, add 1 to the attack's wound roll. Yeah, if you're going up against vehicles, which you probably will because the warlords are actually quite strong for those. I had a little sneak peek, but I'll get to that in another video. Dead killing. I really like this. Orc's trait, Might is Right. Add 1 to this warlord's strength and attack characteristics. Yeah, I like that. And it's exactly the same as the last one. And I used to take that a lot, especially with the combination of the biggest boss, which I don't know is a thing yet. Now, what I'm interested in, the Death Skulls trait, Opportunist. Each time you select a target for this warlord, if you select a character unit within 12 inches, you can ignore the Lookout Sir rule. So, similar. Each time an enemy vehicle is destroyed within 6 inches of this warlord, you gain 1 command point. Nice, I like that. If there's a character around, you can ignore the Lookout Sir, which is great. And each time an enemy vehicle, so you've got 2 things you can choose. So it's not as situational as some. And it's a little bit better, except that the warlord character was 18 inch. So they've made a little bit of this. So I think they want to get up close and personal in this new codex. Okay, well, that's that. What do you think? Which one's your favourite? At the moment, because I'm Death Skulls, I think I like that, but there are so many to choose from. I'll just have to wait and see. The warlord traits, looking good for orcs. So which one is your favourite? Or which one do you hate the most? Comment below. Let's have a conversation. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe and share. Do all the algorithmic things. And if you would like to help me out financially, there's always Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. The links are in the description. Okay, time to toddle off. So remember, if you go on crumpin', you've got to bash early and bash often.